All right, here are the answers to our example one, where we just made our template, and we're going to make sure everything turns out right. So hopefully you have what you would want to do by now is to have gone in and using all of this information, prepared your payroll register, and then updated the journal entries, because we're going to have some new journal entries, and some of those ones you actually have to manually add in. And on this one, I actually give us an opening trial balance, which is a little bit new from the prior video. So when I give you an updated trial balance, what you'll want to do is on your payroll register, the template. So I've got the register here, the template. I'm going to want to create a new tab, and that's easy to do. You can just press on this little plus button down here, and it'll get you a new tab. And I'm basically just going to want to recreate this trial balance, so I can reference it later to get an updated trial balance. And you're going to find that that's going to help you the later on in the class, especially when we get to the project where I have you update trial balances every month. This is going to be a big help for that if you get this process learned now. So what I want you to do is take the next 5 minutes, pause this video, and type out with the correct debit and credit amounts. Make sure you get these totals. So go ahead and pause now. Okay, hopefully you have all that in. Let's go back to the register and see how it came out compared to mine. So I've got my 4 employees here. Nobody is anywhere near the Social Security cap of our 142,800 for this 2021 that we're using for our class. We've got the prior pays in as 4. Remember, the yellow items are the ones that we're going to want to fill in. So I've got the 4 amounts that are given to us in the problem here. We'll get to the journal entry in just a second, but let's make sure the register looks good first. So I've got the 2016 and 1350. And note on this one, I don't give us any other withholdings like 401k or medical insurance premiums, things like that. So therefore, our prior wages are all going to be the same. This is a relatively easy problem just for that purpose. And if our prior wages are the same, then therefore our current wages will also be the same. They're going to be the same 2,000 across the board. We're going to get into having lesser amounts over here the further on in the semester we get when we find some wages that are not taxable. All right, let's keep going across and see how you did. So with Social Security, you should have everything times by 6.2%. So you're just taking your Social Security J2 times 0.062. Medicare, taking the K2 times the 6.2%. Federal, for right now, I give it to you. The county rate was given to us in the problem, 1.5%. State rate is 3.23%. And then we come over here to the hard part. This is the hardest part by far. And we'll get into more of this when we get actually way into module 7. But for now, we can still do it because we can do the Social Security as well when there's a cap. So with employee number 1, we always, for FUTA wages, for current and past, we want to look at federal. That's the one we want to refer back to. Right now, this employee has currently $8,000 already earned. And if you remember, the FUTA cap is 7, so that's all the higher it can go. Now the SUTA cap is 9,500. So we haven't hit the cap for the SUTA, so we're going to put in the full amount. But we're going to stop it at the FUTA cap when we have hit or exceeded the cap. We're not going to have this number be like a 30,000 and something and keep going up. We're just going to stop it at 7. It's going to help us out later on to do that. Now, no one else has hit the cap yet. So employee number 2, if we look at their prior federal, 6,400, not at 7,000 yet. So I can use their full amount for both FUTA and SUTA. Same with employee number 3. Now, when we get to what's actually taxable for FUTA, employee number 1 is already at the cap. So nothing is left to be taxed. Employee number 2, I have it as looking at AB says reference AB 15. So if we come down here, employee number 2, did their prior wages plus their current wages go over the cap? Yes, they did. And I didn't even need to put the amount. Just a simple yes means we got to go to step 2. Step 2 says take the cap minus their current prior wages, their prior wages, so 6,400, and that leaves us with $600. That's our answer for here. Now, if we go to SUTA for that employee, if we do the same thing and we take 6,400 plus their current wages of 1,600, the answer would be no, we're not over the SUTA cap of 9,500. So we don't even need to do step 2. For employee 3, if we take their prior wages plus, I don't know what that 6 is in there for, ignore that, 5,400 plus the 1,350, the answer is no. We don't hit the cap of 7,000. Therefore, we use the full amount of 1,350 to be taxed, because when you add those two together, it's still not at $7,000 at that cap. We're still below it. We're still at the $6,000 mark. And then therefore we can put in the actual amount that's going to be taken out for taxes. Of course, 0 times the percentage times $0, nothing. We take the 0.006 times 600, and then the full amount of 1,350 times 0.006. The SUTA rate, I have to give it to you. So that's why it's in blue down here, 2.5%. Now let's move on to the journal entries. The first journal entry is one we did very similar to last module. And we're going to, it says here, pay the federal withholding, Social Security, and Medicare payroll tax liabilities. This is as of March 12th. This payroll is as of March 15th. So this stuff hasn't even happened yet. So what I want to do is I want to refer back to my opening trial balance, or just what's on my sheet over here, if it's easier to look at that way. And I want to pay off my Social Security credit balance and my Medicare and my federal income tax. So that's what I'm doing here. They have a credit balance. So I'm going to debit them. And then I'm going to write a check for the total. Off to the side, you could be preparing T accounts if you wanted as well. So right now, these guys here would all be zeros as their balance because I just paid them. Now we're going to update it with the March 15th journal entry. The March 15th journal entry is simply going to follow our payroll register, basically line for our column for column. We're going to start here with our gross wage for all 3 employees, and then the taxes to be taken out. Okay, so the taxes are, we're going to simply just put in these full amounts. And as we did in the video, it's best if you just reference it. What I mean by reference is just click the equals and then where the Social Security total is. And then the Medicare total and federal withholdings. All the way down to, it says our cash should be $38.77. And that's what our net pay is here. And we can do our check like we did in the previous video, where you take, let's see if I can, no, I'll have to unlock it to show you that, but we can follow it here as well. It just says take D15, this guy here, and subtract all of this up to right here. And when you do that, when you take that minus all of these guys, they should equal. That's how you'll know if you've done everything correctly. The payroll tax expense, this should be referenced to, it adds up to all of these guys. And then these are going to be Social Security. It's just going to equal this one, Medicare. FUTA and SUTA, they're going to come way over here, and we're going to reference these two. The $11.70 and the $111. So that's our journal entry. Now for the final part, updating your trial balance. I made a sample T account sheet over here, just a few of them, not all of them. As you can see, I just put in a couple of them. So the Social Security, we started with the $700. Remember the 700 over here? And then we paid it right here. And now we've added in the 306 and another 306 here. So our total, this got us to 0. Our new balance is just these two added up. We're going to do the same with Medicare. And then I put in an example of an expense account, so you can see what that looked like. So the payroll expense started with $25.50. So that's my opening debit. And then we had our journal entry here for $501.63. And now we have our new balance for payroll tax expense. Now for our updated trial balance, you can make a new tab. And then what I would do to start it out is just highlight this and then Control-C to copy it. And then come over here and hit Control-V. And then we're just going to update all of these amounts. Everything else can stay the same, except we would change this. You would change this date. The opening trial balance is as of March 10th. Now we're at March 15th. And we're going to start here with cash. You can reference your opening amount. So you hit equals, and then this, and then you hit subtract, the minus button. And anywhere that you have an entry for cash, and we have 2 credits, so those are 2 minuses to the cash balance. So we would have the minus and then this guy, and then hit minus again for this one. And that's going to give us our updated cash balance. Social Security, we can confirm it with our T account that we want to get to 613, and you could reference this one if you wanted, but I'm going to show you the other way, the primary way you're going to do most of your cells. You're going to do it just like you did with the cash. You're going to hit equals and then start out right here with the 700. And then, so that's a credit balance. Now we're debiting it. So we're going to minus 700. That's basically what we're doing here. Remember, this is a minus and this is the plus side on a liability. And then we're going to come down here and hit plus, because now we're crediting it again, plus a 309. And then I like to put a little X off to the side that tells me I've done it. And then I hit plus again. I'm not going to hit X until I'm done with the formula, though. I'm going to hit plus again on this 306. So after you've hit equals and you started here with the 700, then you hit minus because this is your a debit. Then you hit plus this guy, plus this one, hit enter, and you should get 613.80. You're going to follow those steps for every one of these. And the same with the wage expense. So the wage expense, you're going to hit equals your starting amount plus your wage expense amount. It's also a debit. So the debits add on to debits. And you should get 24,750. All right, that concludes our practice. If you have any questions about the setup, the trial balance, how I'm linking these, email your instructor. They would be happy to help you. That's what we do. That's what we like to do. We like to help. We like to give you little tricks here and there. Maybe you didn't catch something that I did with an Excel setup. Ask your instructor, have a live Zoom meeting. It probably won't take you more than 15, 20 minutes. And you can get things all set up, and then it'll be a lot easier for the rest of the class. All right, we'll leave you there. We'll see you next week in Module 3, looking at FICA, Social Security, and the FLSA.